Today we are troubleshooting my old XC hardtail. The rear wheel appears to be toast as it sits up, crooked in the frame. My first fear was that I somehow had bent the frame coming off a jump, crooked at speed, but luckily it just turns out to be just the rear wheel. So let us troubleshoot the cause and learn something. Hard to film, but anyway, it's crooked. So first thing is to determine why it's crooked. I think the freewheel. Just look. The hub appears to be not anymore perpendicular to the rim. I suppose that happened during an impact or my on-the-fly fastening of the spokes after that. Oh man, what happened? Well, yes, I'm not light, but I never had that before. Alright, let's remove the cassette. Insert the wheel as a dry fit before. Then I dry fitted the new rim just to make sure that the frame isn't twisted, which it turned out wasn't. I used my high precision fingers to measure the approximate distance between both sides of the chainstay. On a serious note, I don't have the tools, jigs, nor the necessary flat surface to determine that the frame isn't bent, so my finger is as good as it gets. And even if I got the means to know that the wheel is a little off center, I have by no means the chance to fix it. So what you gonna do? I just wanna ride the bike. From the other side. The next step is to remove the cassette off the old wheel. First I clean the lock nut with WD-40 as the direction of rotation is imprinted on the lock nut. I have this tool and a chain whip and loosen the lock nut to have a look at the freewheel as I felt it loose, and later on to reuse the cassette as I think there is a little service life left in it, and whether or not I decide to switch to 1x drivetrain where I need to switch the cassette and derailleur and chain anyway. Let's see whether you see what I see. Grease. Always a good idea to put a lot of grease everywhere. Oh wow. It's quite mangled up. Can you see how loose it is? Okay. I ordered a new rear alloy wheel via kurbelix.de. I'm not affiliated with them, it's just a good webshop if you look for dedicated bike parts. According to the specification, the wheel is rated up to 180 kilograms with 1.5 kilograms of weight itself, so not too bad. Then the cassette needs a wash. Oh, by the way, if you're interested in these everyday issues and shenanigans, please consider subscribing to the channel. Also, like here and there is appreciated very much. Thank you. Yeah, it needs to be cleaned. I don't have any special degreaser, so dishwash soap must do the job. While the cassette is drying, I mount the brake disc. This is straightforward, you just need a Torx bit. Also, no Newton meters were supplied, so I fastened the screws and checked after the first ride. The supplied screws also have securing lacquer on the thread, and the brake disc is only for resin pads. Then refitting the old new cassette and fastening the lock nut. Just align with. I think this cassette is also due to for replacement sometime in the future. After that, fitting rim tape over the spoke holes to protect the inner tube. I have here this rubbery brand, which I also ordered with the wheel. And it snaps into place just like that. After that, fitting the old tire to the wheel, but first poking the valve through the valve hole and putting the inner tube into the tire. Then pulling it on the bead of the wheel and use levers for the hard bit. It works really nice and is no comparison to the older wheels. I don't know how you do it, but I fit the inner tube first in the tire. I put one side. Oh, that is easy. That is considerably more easy than all the other rims I have laying around. Then pumping up the tire or the inner tube way too high to make sure the tire is seated on the rim. Don't forget to lower the air pressure afterwards to avoid punctures. The last step is to center the brake disc in the calipers and to check the shifting. I did that off camera as I ran out of good light. Then I went onto a ride, happy as a clam. Thank you very much. Please feel free to like and subscribe.